What's going on, guys? Had to change my microphone settings really quick. Mic check 1 2. All right, sweet. I don't really need the earpiece, but yeah. So I decided to go live randomly, kind of let everyone on YouTube what's going on, like a little update. Generally, I do live streams on Facebook, and usually it's gameplay. I've been wanting to make some videos for YouTube on my Dark Flame and my Nintendo Fanboy account. Just wow, life just boom, it's trying to get me down again. It just gets busy, but I'm not going to let it stop me. I do want to just let my YouTube audience know that if they want to come and check out my Facebook fan page, I post there every day. It's just quicker and easier for me to do so and keep everyone up to date what's going on. I'm going to try to do this every month, and even this month, January, I'm going to try to do some contests and giveaways. I'm really happy that I'm able to do that now, and the feedback has been really positive on both Facebook and YouTube. So I do want to combine that audience together. My Facebook audience is huge, and I know a lot of people here on YouTube still remember me from my previous videos, or they're old subscribers or whatever. So I want to attend to both of you guys. I want you both to get you guys together, and just get everybody together and meet some new friends. Really why I'm doing this is not, I like talking about video games. I like talking about gaming. I like talking about, everything that's going on, but also, I meet new friends myself. I like meeting new people with same interests, same likes and all that. I did get a new camera, and those of you that follow me on Facebook know that I have pictures. I've posted all that. I'm using a webcam right now, so it's not exactly the best quality, which is something I never understood about computers. You can spend like $2,000 on a brand new computer and still get like a 2 megapixel camera webcam. Makes no sense. But yeah, hopefully maybe later today I'll be doing a live do a little streaming. I'm not sure what game I'll stream, but I might do it on YouTube for once. Usually I do it on Facebook. If I can find a way to do it on both, I'll do it on both. I know YouTube uses OBS, and I'm still learning this whole streaming thing. I know I used to stream back in the day, but it's so much different now. Even YouTube's way different now than what it used to be. So I guess a little information did want to say was about the direct that just happened, the Pokemon Direct. It's not an actual direct, but it was more of a Pokemon thing. Sword and Shield is starting to actually look, I don't know, it's kind of interesting looking. I might want to get back into Pokemon because of it. I mean, I went from being a hardcore Pokemon fan, gamer. In the 90s I was, and now I would consider myself more of a casual because I really don't know a whole lot about what's going on with Pokemon now. I mean, I even got a Pokemon Go early access to Pokemon Go, and I downloaded it and I kind of messed around with it, but I never really played it after that. And so now I'm more of a casual, I guess, when it comes to Pokemon. But yeah, just little update, random update. I'm gonna see if I can get to my comments here. I don't think anyone has commented yet, and most people will probably see this video after it's this stream is over. But if you guys have any questions for me or whatever, you want to change the subject or talk about something, let me know in the comments, and we'll definitely talk about it. Like I said, that's why I really enjoy streaming and making videos, is getting people to talk about things and get their ideas together. A video I did want to make I want to talk about the Switch Pro. Actually, I know that's like a big thing right now, the Switch Pro. I mean, we're in 2020, new consoles are coming out, you know, the Xbox and the PS5. And I had so many ideas for videos and I just haven't had the time to put them together. But I will share that with you guys. And also, I do generally share my ideas on Facebook first. So everyone who's on Facebook, they get to see all these pictures or upcoming videos and all that. They get the information first. So if you guys want to know what I might be talking about next, or if I'm doing a giveaway, because like I said, I do want to start doing that at least once a month. At least once a month. I want to do random giveaways and just get a community going. You know, big things, big things. My goal for this year also, 2020, is to get 2,020 subscribers. So yeah, 2020. That's my goal for this year. So by the end of this year, hopefully I'll have 2020 subscribers. Personally, I really don't care about subscribers. I mean, I'm not saying I don't care about you guys. I'm just saying I don't care about the count. What I care about is that I'm putting content out there that you guys want to see. You guys are engaged and making conversations. So that's what I care about. And it's happened. A lot of you guys have said, "Oh, welcome back." You know, I miss seeing your videos. And in the past year, you guys have been like, "Hey, you ever thinking about coming back to YouTube?" You know, just a lot of support. So also, I do want to say I just got back from the dentist. So my mouth is a little numb. So if my speech is a little slurry or whatever, I just got back from the dentist, and I'm really starting, the numbness is starting to go away. So bear with me. Last night after work, my car broke down. So my car's sitting in a parking lot right now and it sucks. Hopefully it's not what I think it is, because if it is, it's gonna be a lot of work to get it fixed. But so yeah, you know, that's life. You know, it happens. You have dentist appointments, your car breaks down, you have to go to work. And my work schedule, I just bit my tongue. Yeah, that just happened. The inside of my mouth is still numb, so it's starting to wear off, and I can feel things now. It's starting to hurt really bad in the back. But anyways, now I'm getting a phone call. I get so many spoof calls, and you know, on my Dark Flame account, I think this will better suit my other YouTube account. I'm gonna start answering these, and I'm doing some little prank calls. So I think that's a good video idea, doing little prank calls with them. But anyways, I went a little off topic here. What was I talking about? I really lost my track, my mind. Oh shoot, what was I talking about? So yeah, you know, things happened. I need to get to a schedule where I'm just making videos, and even if I just get them on a schedule, you know, where they release later on. Because generally, when I make a video on YouTube, I make it that day. I'll record it and everything, and I'll upload it that same day. But I need to do you know, like a batch and just get it going, and have some videos for you guys to watch. Excuse me. But yeah, so before I went off topic, I was wanting to talk about the Switch Pro, and I want to make a video on the Switch Pro. And from what I'm seeing from the community, from the gaming community, there's different, I guess, ideas when it comes to the Switch Pro, what people think it is. Some people think it's a whole new system, like a new console, new architecture, new everything, right? And then there's some people thinking that it's just an update, you know, better battery life, a little bit, maybe an overclocked CPU, something like that, you know, slightly more better performance and all that. You know, there's just so many different versions of the Switch Pro, and I want to give you guys my personal opinion about the Switch Pro. And I did want to make a video on this, and I probably still will. So if I do make a video on that, I hope you guys do check out that video, even though I'm about to speak about, my thoughts on the Switch Pro. So the Switch Pro, what I personally think, if there's going to be a more advanced Switch or better Switch coming out, I think what Nintendo is going to do, especially this year with new consoles coming out, got the Xbox, PS5. The Switch is doing great. Do you guys, the way I see it is the Switch the way it is. Yeah, this is my Switch. Check this out. It's a Pocket Juice battery pack that's on it right now. It's got a nice little kickstand. This thing is awesome. And this battery pack may be one of my giveaways later on. So I do want to mention that. But anyways, the Switch is doing so good in sales. And I think until Nintendo starts seeing that dip or that decline in sales, then they'll start thinking about, getting a more advanced system out there. And I do think I don't think they're going to abandon the idea of the portability and still being, having it at home. I don't think they'll abandon that idea. And technology is getting so much better every day where that's a possibility. I think it's crazy just the Switch by itself, but I think it blows my mind what the Switch can do. This to me is more amazing than the Xbox One X or the PS4 Pro. It blows my mind what this little thing can do. But until they see those sales decline, that's when they'll, start working towards their advancement with the Switch Pro, as we'll say, quote unquote. I know that, all the attention with third party is going to go towards a new console. So they'll be developing games for the newer consoles, right? Until that install base grows big enough, I think it'll still be current gen and next gen. So in other words, third party developers will be making games for the PS4 and the Xbox One until that install base for the next gen is bigger. Then they'll start making them exclusively for those generations. But that's where Nintendo needs to start also thinking about, if they want that third-party support, they need to bump up their specs, get a beefier system out there, and they're going to do it. But if the Switch is selling like hotcakes, if it's selling so good, if it's selling like crazy, and let's say they're not getting those new third-party support, I don't think they're going to do it yet until they see the decline of sales for the Switch. Then they'll start doing something. And it's just a business move. Think about the Wii U. The reason why the Wii U was abandoned, if you think about it, that's sadly it was abandoned by Nintendo. That's because there was no one making games for it. No third party. The major third party games weren't coming out on the Wii U. They jumped ship. No one was looking at the Wii U anymore. And the Wii U has great first-party exclusives, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't enough. You need that third-party support, and that's something that the Switch has right now. And, the Wii U, honestly, is an underestimated system. The Wii U is a great system. And it's just sad that it was abandoned like that. The Wii U had so much potential. The Switch has so much potential still. Even right now, the Switch, it's, in my opinion, the best system to own right now. And I have all the consoles. Don't get me wrong. I have a PS4. I have multiple PS4s, honestly. The Xbox One, I have the games for it still. The console, I actually sold it because I just don't play it. But eventually I'll get one again. I don't have one in my room right now, but yeah, I have the PS4 Pro and the base PS4, the very first one. I got the Destiny edition, actually, the white one. And I have PlayStation stuff, like, you know, these are pretty cool, actually. But yeah, so I don't think Nintendo's going to abandon the idea or abandon the Switch completely for a whole new set of hardware just because the new consoles are coming out. Who's to say the Switch can still be selling pretty good and still be making profit for Nintendo, even with 2 new consoles coming out? Who knows? Because in a way, this is still a handheld. I mean, this is a whole different world when you compare it to dedicated home consoles. What I wish Nintendo would do was make a console, a traditional, home console, where you could somehow use the Switch as a companion console, as I guess you can say, companion handheld. Kind of what Sony did with the Vita. You know, they did a good job with. It just wasn't really. I guess it didn't really take off. One example, personal example, is that Borderlands. I have Borderlands the Handsome edition. The numbness in my mouth. Anyways, so I have Borderlands for the PS4, and I have the Vita as well. It's really awesome that you can play Borderlands 2. You know, play it at home, and like, oh man, I gotta go to work. Just take your Vita, and I'm not talking about remote play. I'm talking about taking the Vita, playing the Borderlands 2 Vita version, and continuing your game, from the same exact account and all that. It's brilliant. The Switch can do something like that. Let's say you're playing Mario Odyssey 2. You're playing it at home on your home console, and all you do is dock your Switch or just log into your Switch, and boom, you can just go be somewhere else and play from where you left off. Even if the graphics aren't as good as the home console version, but at least it's still that playability. It still has that same exact game in there, that would be awesome. Nintendo has so much potential, what they could do. If they can make the Switch a companion to a dedicated home console, you got yourself a great gaming experience right there. I mean, who would not want that? Who would not want something where you can just play at home and continue wherever you are, your bedroom or whatever, or if you don't have if you just want to lay down in bed and not be in front of a TV, just handheld. Mobile gaming is starting to pick up a lot. So, I got to switch down here too. So, who's to say that? Let's say I have a dedicated Nintendo powerhouse, right? Let's say it's the same. It's just as powerful as a PS5 or the next Xbox, and you're playing Metroid, the newest Metroid. You're sitting there at home playing that, and oh man, look at the time! I got to get going. You pop one of these into a carrying case, and you continue the same exact game, maybe with lesser. It's not as pretty looking, but it's still the same game. It's still the same file, still the same game data, all that. And you can play it wherever you want. And that would be amazing. That'd be awesome to do. So I do got to say, my daughter is asleep right now. So if she wakes up, I do got to tend to her. Let's see what else to talk about. Oh, I want to show you guys. Usually I show this on Facebook first, but I'm going to show it right here, right now. The Super Mario Brothers calendar. Once I get a recording set up, going, I'll probably have this in the background, and I'll show every month on here. So as the year goes by, I'll just flip through this calendar. Here's what the backside looks like. So those of you, that follow me on Facebook, I got a 4K camera. So I've messed around with it a little bit. I'm sort of trying to get familiar with it so I can do some videos. I like doing some videos where I'm like this in front of a camera talking. Recently, I've had more time to do some more of the kind of videos I've been doing, with the off-camera video, as you can, I guess best way to describe it. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting year for gaming. We've got 2 new consoles coming out. The Switch is aging, but the Switch is still a great console. Just because it's aging does not mean it's not a good system. And I honestly just think that when it comes to releasing something more powerful from Nintendo, they're not going to do it until they see those sales dip. So it could be, even next year before we see something or then the year after that before we hear something about Nintendo coming out with a much more. And I think realistically, it'll be another year because with the PS5 and Xbox One coming out, the gaming audience is slowly going to start drifting that way. They're going to start going towards these new consoles. The money's going to be there. The base, the audience, everyone's just going to go towards that. And that's where the third party is going to go. And first party is definitely going to be making games for their current consoles. So that does put Nintendo in a tough spot, though, because when they start making games, when they're developing games, are they still going to be making it for this or something else? Another idea I heard out there is what if the Switch Pro is exactly like this, but does have they make the slot different, which they make it so that Switch Pro games work on here, but it's backwards compatible with the current Switch games. And that could be a factor. I mean, so that would keep people from buying a Switch Pro game. And then if they put it into their current Switch, then they wouldn't fit in there. So that could be a possibility as well. But until Nintendo starts seeing those sales decline, I don't think a Switch Pro is going to come to the market. Honestly, that's just a business move. You got to think like a business money. So yeah, that's just the way I see it. Until those sales start going down, we're not going to see a Switch Pro. And so I think I'm going to end the stream here. I'm going to go ahead and start streaming on Facebook and kind of share the same information here. But I do encourage you guys to check out my Facebook. I'll leave a link in the comments here. That way you guys can find it. And don't miss out. You guys won't miss out on things that I may be doing. I'm pretty random. I don't want anyone to miss out on like giveaways and stuff like that, because they are going to happen. That's one thing for sure. It's just my way of thanking you guys for supporting me. It's the little whatever little I can do, I'm definitely going to do so. So there's a link in the comments. I'll leave that there. And I'm going to head over to Facebook right now. So if you guys follow that link, you will see, you guys will see me there. So Hopefully I can get some. I'm definitely going to get some videos up and going within the next couple of days. I want to try to get one out by tonight. There's a lot of talk about Switch Pro, like I was just talking about earlier. Oh yeah, and we're also approaching the last DLC for Smash, so that's another thing to mention there. So, all right, guys, NFB out. Peace.